Welcome to AmA aka Denise. I hope you find what you are looking for. Thumbs up the video and share. Now let's get it. Enjoy.
BEHDETY, he of Behdet, or BEHDETY, is another name of the great celestial Horus. He was worshipped at Behdet, a district of ancient Edfu. The Greeks called it Apollonopolis Magna and recognized Apollo as lord of the sanctuary. BEHDETY is usually represented in the form of a winged solar disk. His followers like to sculpture his image above temple gates. He often appears in battle scenes hovering above the pharaoh like a great falcon with outspread wings which clutches in its claws the mystic fly whisk and the ring, symbolic of eternity. The bas-reliefs in the temple at Edfu portray him as a falcon-headed god leading into battle against the armies of Ra-Harakta, the great god of whom we have already spoken, see Ra, who embodied in a single deity the union of Ra and a special form of Horus worshipped at Heliopolis. Haraktes is the Greek rendering of Harakta and means Horus of the horizon. He represents the sun on its daily course between the eastern and western horizon. Early confused with Ra, he successively usurped all of Ra's roles until Ra, in his turn, assumed all of Horus' epithets and became preeminent throughout Egypt under the name Ra-Harakta. Harmachis is the Greek rendering of Hor-Em-Aket, which means Horus who is on the horizon. The name has often been wrongly employed in the form of Ra-Harmachis for Ra-Harakta. It is the proper name of the huge sphinx 60 feet high and more than 180 feet long sculptured nearly 5,000 years ago in the image of King Khephren in a rock near the pyramid, which it guards. He is a personification of the rising sun and a symbol, for the comfort of Khephren, of resurrection. Raised on the edge of the desert, even its colossal size did not in ancient days protect it against the invading sands. A stela tells us how it appeared in a dream to the future Thutmose IV. Thutmose was at the time a simple royal prince and not heir to the throne. While hunting he fell asleep in the shadow of the Sphinx and dreamed that it spoke to him, ordering him to remove the covering sand and promising in return to heap favors upon him. "O my son Thutmose," it cried, "it is I, thy father, Harmachis Khepri Atum. The throne will be thine, so that thou shalt do what my heart desires." Harsiessus. Harsiessus is the Greek rendering of Hor-Sai-Set, i.e., Horus, the son of Isis. We have already seen how Isis was reputed to have conceived Horus without husband or lover and how the popularity of mother and son continued to increase, together with that of Osiris himself. This popularity became such that Harsiessus, originally a minor falcon god from the neighborhood of Buto who was called Horus the Younger in order to distinguish him from the great sky god Horus the Elder, ended up by eclipsing all the other Horuses, whose roles and attributes he successively took over. The Assyrian legend recounts the posthumous birth of the child which Isis obtained from Osiris by magical means, reanimating the corpse of the murdered god. It relates how she gave premature birth to Horus on the floating island of Chemos, not far from Buto. In early youth he was frequently called the infant Horus Harpocrate, or Harpocrates.
AmA Denise Jordan thanks you for listening and or reading this.